Saturday night, day 2 of the Goodsprings event. I'm here with Whiteout. Shout out to him and the Long 15 dev team. Seeing a few of the devs here, it's been amazing getting to see them and a lot of the community. Kind of giving thoughts and opinions on what we think about the event. Definitely starting off with some positives, like this community is what carries Fallout the way that it does. Like everyone's seen that with Fallout 76. The best part about that game is the community. With the Fallout modding side, it's the community that really holds that together. And that is definitely true here. Out in the middle of the desert, not ideal weather. Friday was pretty good. Friday we had some nice overcast. It wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold. It was kind of perfect for this entire thing. It was crazy how many people actually showed up this year too, and some of the big names, like we saw Al Chessbreach.
Yep.
I mean, of course, this man. We got Whiteout. Zealot Lee was out here. We had
Brad King.
Yeah, Brad King was here. A whole lot of big name people out here this year. It was crazy. And day 2 was even wilder. Like Walton Goggins he started serving people drinks in the Pioneer Saloon. That is crazy. You had several people from the TV show. You had all types of voice actors. The original Obsidian devs that worked on New Vegas. Like seeing what this has grown into since that first year when it was just 500 of us out here in the middle of nowhere with nothing to do was crazy. And that's one of the things that I definitely want to give props for is like they are attempting to make it more interactive, make it more engaging.
Yeah.
They had multiple panels, like you guys had the modern panel.
Yeah. I mean, it was awesome. It was great that they noted us. You know, they gave us a chance to, have a platform and talk to people because, I wasn't sure what to expect going into this event, and I found that a lot of the people who are here are only familiar with either like the show or like maybe they just cosplay or something. Some of them, I'm not kidding, have never played the games, and that's not a bad thing. It's great that they're here, but we want to give them an opportunity to like learn about the games, learn about the other things that are going on in the community. So I think this event, one of the biggest positives I can give, like you said, the community, is having all these different mini communities come together into one place. It's like I've learned so much about like the literal game development, the voice acting, the cosplay, like all this stuff that I had no idea about this weekend. So that's a huge plus. Is right now on the internet we're kind of all divided into our own little discords and everything, but here we're all in one place, and it's Goodsprings is small, so we all kind of have to talk to each other, which is in a lot of ways that's a really good thing.
Yeah, it was crazy hearing the devs talk about like how much that they've seen this community like really hold the game together, and like how much of a cohesion there is within the community itself. It was wild hearing them kind of praise that aspect too. If they see it, like that's I don't know, that was mind blowing to me. I don't even know what else to say about that.
Yeah, they're totally aware of it. Sometimes we don't know because we don't know what they're looking at. We don't know what comments they're reading, but it seems like they're aware of what's going on. They shouted out modders during that panel, like nothing specific, but it was, they're aware of all the work that goes into it. So, it was great to see that. It was really great.
And on that same note, it is also kind of mind blowing how you guys really don't get any recognition. And it's wild, like Al Chessbreach was standing in a crowd of people. To me, like I've been watching Al for like 15, 20 years. Like I grew up knowing who that is. Mm-hmm. Seeing him in person was wild. Having a conversation with him was wild. And watching people just walk past him like he didn't exist, I was like,
yeah, I know. I was like, wait a minute, that's Al. And all the like people, all the modders, we were all like, oh my gosh, that's Al. Like he's a celebrity. And then the crowd's like, who? I was like, what? Are you kidding me? This guy was like I would watch like Nickelodeon. Yeah. I would watch like Smosh and Al Chessbreach. I was like, this is it, dude. Like
Al just works more on the mods. Like Juve kind of focuses more on main game stuff too. Like watching people walk past him, not knowing who it was. That was crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be controversial, but I think the idea of adding a shuttle service is great, even if the implementation wasn't great. I think the idea behind it of like giving people the option to not have a car is great, because a lot of people don't have one or don't have the money to do that. I also think that making it more organized, like a paid ticket, I think is a good idea, because just having random people show up, no accountability, you can't really pay security and stuff. It's a little crazy, so I would say that's a good plus. Um, Also, I think the number of events they tried to hold was good
Yeah.
because it's like if you look at the schedule, like every hour there's another event going on. So I would say those are pretty good.
The catch with that though, everything was held at the Goodsprings, like right in between the saloon and the general store, and like back in that little eating area.
Yeah,
It's room back there for like 150 people when you're
Yeah.
packed in tight. And the unfortunate side, like the dev panels, having the devs from Obsidian out there and some of the main voice actors, like you had Joshua Graham, you had Boone out there, you had like just big names from Obsidian from the game, and they could only talk to a small crowd. And you turn around that corner, and it's thousands of people
Yeah.
wrapped around the place. Like
yeah,
you can only talk to a small group at a time, and it's wild that they partnered up with the Bison Steve, the Buffalo Bill in real life, where we're recording right now. They have like a whole amphitheater area. They have
Yeah.
so much room here to where they could house those type of events and then do other stuff over in Goodsprings.
and everyone's already
Like-
everybody's here.
Yeah.
It's like it would be easier to host some events here because if you put it all in Goodsprings, we all have to get in a shuttle and head over there. Versus this, it's like you just go downstairs. It's like hindsight's 2020. I definitely think they should have held some events at the hotel we're all staying at.
And they should definitely incorporate more shuttles.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah,
need more shuttles. For those of y'all that don't understand, for anyone that was not here, the majority of this event is standing in lines, waiting to do something for a
Yeah.
few minutes. And then when it's time to go, I waited an hour and a half to get on a shuttle last night to be bused back over here. By the time my hour and a half line made it up to the front, the line had doubled in length, and there was people standing out there for easily 2.5, maybe 3 hours
Yeah.
waiting to get bused back here.
they had a ticket booth, so you had to like go and get your wristband set up in order to go to Goodsprings. So everyone goes downstairs in the Bison Steve or Buffalo Bills lobby, and they only have one table for all, I don't know, maybe 8,000, 10,000 people. And so the line is going all the way around the hotel. It's wrapped multiple times around the hotel.
itself.
It got so long that people, like the line started splitting into like multiple lines, and it was like filtering into one,
It's crazy.
zippering. It was insane. It was total like chaos. And in some ways, at first, it was fun because we're like, whoa, like this look, and you're like all standing together. You're seeing everyone's cool costumes. But then after like an hour, you've only moved like 20 feet, and you're
Yeah.
like, it's not fun anymore. Anyways, you get through that super long line. You get to your ticket. You get your wristband, which could have just been like a QR code, on your phone.
Yeah.
And then you have to go get in line for the shuttle to get to Goodsprings because
Yeah.
they didn't allow cars. So, man, it was rough. Like the first impression of the event was very rough, and especially if you're going with someone who like may not be as into Fallout or may not be as dedicated to this. That's tough. And I know us Fallout fans, we know how to wait and we're good at that. But man, it was a lot even for us.
We're good at waiting a long time on disappointment, like you said. It's gotten to the points where there's so many people here and they're making so much money off of this. If you raise the price like an extra $20, maybe an extra $40, worst case scenario, you could have this event in Vegas, like at one
Yeah.
of the amphitheaters,
Convention centers.
convention
Yeah.
centers. Like you could do this event there, and actually it would make sense for everyone to be lined up because you're sheltered. You're actually on pavement. You're not standing in mud for hours at a time. Like that was the crazy part about this event. It was like they have been, especially since the first year, seeing what it's grown into again, it is crazy
It's awesome
to see how much it's
this many.
grown.
Yeah.
Like, and I appreciate everything that they're trying to do and a lot of the events that they did have. But for the number of people that are showing up now, they only have like 4 food vendors, maybe 5 food vendors
Yeah.
total there.
Not a lot.
And the
We didn't
lines
bother
are
getting food
great.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of people would leave, go get food somewhere else, and then come back later, and you still like see the same line that you left. They'd still be there waiting.
Yeah.
Absolutely insane.
I definitely think the saloon itself, they did their best. They were moving through food. They had a couple lines set up, but they're just bottom line, they needed more food trucks.
Yeah.
I don't know if more people showed up than they expected or what happened, but they just seemed overwhelmed. Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know if the word didn't get out to the vendors or something, because man, this would have been a huge moneymaker. You had a food truck. If anyone's watching this that has a food truck, if you come here next year, you are going to make a killing.
If you pull up with a hot dog cart, I guarantee you, like, you start slinging those dogs.
Yeah.
You get money, man.
I will say the taco trucks out in front of the Buffalo Bills are
Oh my
really
God,
smart.
yeah.
Really smart. Because a lot of people do not have cars, and there's not a lot of food options here. So
And I think
yeah,
I think that's one of the biggest gripes too. Is like they open up the Buffalo Bills, and this is probably why they're not actually doing events here, because this place is closed down.
yeah,
I'm gonna show you guys some pictures on screen right now. You can tell that this place is being closed down. This place is not really ready for operation.
yeah.
There's mold in my bathroom vent. I don't know if you looked at yours at all.
I don't know if mine even has a vent, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know that you had really bad experiences with your sheets,
Yeah,
and the same thing with Drag Body. There's no food here. There's nowhere to buy food. They have the one small little gift shop that has a few snacks and stuff in it. A lot of that stuff's been selling out because they literally have thousands of people staying in these
Yeah.
rooms. I don't want to be too harsh on this part. I mean, the rooms are pretty gross, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
they needed a full cleaning of the hotel. It's really, they needed to have a crew come in here and like fully strip down all the beds, clean out the rooms, bug bombs, whatever, because it's pretty bad. I didn't have it nearly as bad as some people. Like, our sheets are like iffy, like maybe what you'd expect from like a Motel 6 or something, but
you're not paying Motel 6 prices.
right,
here, though.
that's the thing.
crazy
Yeah,
part.
they're charging a lot of money, and for us, when we pulled off the top sheet, we didn't even have ones. We just had bare mattress, and so I was like, "Hey, man, wait a minute. Something's wrong here." So-
Okay, to give them credit, I didn't have a fitted sheet either, but I had two top sheets. The one was just wrapped in really good.
but look, with that said, I will say we came downstairs. We asked for an extra blanket. They were super friendly, super accommodating. So it does seem like, if you go out of your way to ask, they want to help. People here are super friendly. But I think the biggest issue this whole event is preparation. It just feels like this was not prepared as.
It feels last minute.
Yeah, it just feels like they're prepared for like 800 people instead of like
Yeah.
8,000.
I understood the
yeah.
first year because they anticipated like 50 of us showing up.
Yeah.
It was 500. Then the next year was a few thousand. Then the next year was thousands more. And then this year, again, with all the hype that's built up,
It was like year 5, right? 4 or 5?
This is 4.
Four?
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, by 4 years in, you should have a little bit of a groove going.
Yeah.
And again, the faculty, the people that were doing everything, like the vendors and everyone that was at Goodsprings, were doing all they could,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just not enough. Like
Yeah.
Goodsprings is so small. They have a population there of around like 200 total people,
Yeah.
I think, and then you dump.
So we're
roughly-
50 times that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
like
dump
10,000.
roughly 10,000 people in
Yeah.
there, and they're not ready for that. They're not.
Yeah.
So again, it's just the concept of like clean this place. Like,
First of all,
clean it.
do that if you host anybody here.
And then have the bigger names, like have Wayne Newton, have Walter Goggins, and have the panels here in an area that's actually designed
Yeah.
to house a bunch of people in front of a crowd. Like, do it where it makes sense, and then have some of the other events out there. Like, I don't know, it just could have been handled a little bit better. And
I
by 4
agree.
years, you think that it would be handled a little bit better because they should know kind of what to expect by this point.
I also think with this community being so strong and
Yeah.
being so large, one of the things they could do is reach out to the community to get suggestions, to get help,
Yeah.
to get I think a lot of people would have been happy to help set up the events.
Yeah.
Like if you talk about, okay, well, we want to have, trivia night or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you don't need 1 or 2 people to set that up. We have tons of YouTubers and tons of people in the community
Yeah.
who do that. The events might have been great, but if you can't even get into them,
Yeah.
it's going to be a letdown. It's going to be disappointing. And I know for a fact, a lot of people, just from talking to folks in my Discord and your Discord, like some folks feel a bit burned because, a lot of work and time went into this event, and
Yeah.
a lot of us didn't even get to appreciate, the work that was put into it. We didn't even get to see a lot of it.
I've talked to multiple people, and multiple people
Yeah.
that have left incredibly early in the day.
Yeah.
Like we met up with other creatives, like other YouTubers, other modders, other people that are like really involved in this community. And when you got people showing up for like an hour or two and then being like, yeah, I'm not gonna stand in a 5-6 hour line to go stand in another 2 to 3 hour line, like
to get into a gift shop.
Big names that are just wanting to leave, there's something wrong. And I don't want to just bash on this. Like, that's not our intent at all. Because this event is like, this is the Fallout event. We don't have anything else.
Yeah.
Like, this is it. We want this to succeed. But there needs to be some steps taken to improve it in some aspects. And it's just, lines were ridiculous.
I know how much work was put into this because I know a lot of the people who worked on it, and they did a kick-ass job. I know the events that were set up were awesome. The drinks, the food, all those things were awesome. We just needed more of it. That's really all it comes down to. So I
Shout
think
out to all the voice actors and everyone that from the TV show that showed up. Having all those people like Wes Johnson. I gotta have a conversation with Wes Johnson. For those of you that don't know who that is, Shea Gorath and like so many people from Bethesda games. He's voice acted so many characters.
And like, they're down to earth too, man. Yeah. They're so friendly.
Yeah,
such nice people.
So welcoming. I'll throw a clip up. Like one of the guys from the TV show, I genuinely can't remember his name right now, but he had like a whole little sidebar with me and gave me one of his special bottle caps. Like, just off the cuff. Like, that's crazy. I
got a signature from the Burn Man. That was pretty awesome.
I can't top that one.
It was great getting to meet people. Like you said, like Walton Goggins coming.
Yeah.
Like
serving drinks.
Yeah, one of the people. Yeah, literally serving the community. Yeah. Like, what better PR can you get than that? Yes. One problem with the panel is because it was in such a small area, it was in the same vicinity as where they were serving food. So you had I'm not kidding, the guy going, so one of the biggest challenges in New Vegas, be like, order 334. And it was like non-stop. And at one point, can anyone hear me?
I talk softly sometimes.
634.
Eat it? Also, you have much more history with Fallout than
number 659. 659.
Monday through Friday. I lived in LA for 2 months of my life. Sometimes taking the train.
Number 664. 664.
Fans online that are talking about the game. So I kind of knew there was a lot of fans.
Number 672.
And at one point, some of the people in the crowd were like yelling at them to like shut up. It was insane. It was like total chaos. And
the dude cussed her out.
And then eventually, I think she got upset, and some other guy came out, and he started doing it without the bullhorn, and people were still getting mad at him. But then it was like, I mean, what are you going to do at that point? Because I was less mad at that guy because he was just, he was at least trying.
He started off not using the blowhorn, but then people weren't coming up for the order.
So he had to start doing it too. Yeah, and then one guy was like, just stop ordering food. Just stop ordering food, and they'll stop calling the numbers. Yeah, all that to say, a bigger venue would have solved that. Even just putting that in the middle of like a field and just having like the table set up. That would not have happened. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully just lessons learned for next time. The events themselves are awesome. The ideas are awesome. But, like, guys, the Fallout community is huge. Like, especially with the season 2 of the show coming out, like, everyone knew this event was going to be massive. So I think hopefully next year they reach out to the fans if they need help, because we would be more than happy to like provide it. Yeah.
Shout out to Fallout for Hope too. We haven't even said anything about them, but they were a major contributor in this as well. They were really involved with several of the panels up on stage and with the Family Feud or whatever the game show was that they were hosting around there, which was awesome.
They even came into the Modders panel, and definitely check them out. They do some awesome work for Alzheimer's. They work with Wes Johnson. Fallout for Hope. Huge shout out to them. They're amazing.
As of earlier today, I didn't get it captured on recording because it was just too loud around us, like we were just talking about.
Yeah.
As of earlier today, the Fallout community is $3,000 away from reaching a total of $1 million donated to these charities. That
Wow.
is crazy.
Wow.
Like, shout out to you guys. Shout out to the entire community for that. Like, that is insane.
I guess what are your hopes for the final day? What are your hopes for next year, maybe?
I hope it doesn't rain.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
God.
That's not on the event organizers.
Yeah.
There's not much they can do about that. But
That
the
is,
rain.
again, with the drawback of everything being hosted in Goodsprings,
Yeah.
there's no shelter. There's barely even paved
It's not.
roads.
Yeah, it's not
Like,
even
there's-
concrete. It's
yeah,
just
you're standing
gravel,
in
mud,
and,
yeah.
like, if you're lucky, you're on gravel.
I'm gonna shout out my wife here real quick because she was the one who suggested we wear cowboy boots because she's like, it's gonna get muddy, and I was like, no, we'll be fine. And man, yeah, it got real muddy out there. There was
Yeah.
one dude, I don't know his name, but I'm gonna shout him out anyways. He was standing under the side of the roof at the developer with rain, like literally coming down a constant stream for over an hour, and he
Yeah.
did not move because he just wanted to see the developers that
Yeah.
badly. That's what this community is
Yeah,
about,
it
man.
is.
That's how much we care.
Yeah.
Like, he's gonna get sick, dude. Like,
He's probably coughing right now.
yeah, but he was there, you know, he saw him. And, you know, a lot of us, you put us in those shoes, we would do the same thing because this game means so much to us. We were also just talking about this. Is, you know, it sounds cringy, it sounds corny to say out loud, but when you think about Fallout lore, a lot of this, it's like history to people. You're like this is so real to some people that it's like, this is what they grew up with. So, you know, people just care about this, and they care enough to go into like a little town with no airport in the middle of the desert, you know. And some people traveled across the world.
For those of you that are sticking around for all of Sunday, let us know how the event went. Let us know how your experience was. For anyone that was involved with this at all, talk to us. Let us know your opinions. If you feel like something could have been handled differently in a better way, let us know, because hopefully this gains traction. Hopefully this can get to the right people, and we can make some type of impact. Because again, we're not here to just bash.
Yeah, not
This
at
is
all.
what we have. This is the Fallout event, and we want this to succeed.
Yeah.
But for those of you that made it to the end, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I will definitely say also, one more thing I forgot to mention is the celebration put together these like tours, like bus tours and different things like that to go see other parts around Nevada. And I think that was a great idea. I would love to see more of that in the future. I think a lot of fans would. And everyone I spoke to who went on those tours, I only heard good things.
Right.
So, you know, maybe a little bit on us for maybe we should have done that, but I didn't even know. I didn't even know it was a thing till I got here. But yeah, I do think that was a great thing that they tried to do, and I hope they keep doing that. All right,
I'm Rod Tactics.
I'm Whiteout.
Love you guys. Stay active, stay healthy, stay hydrated. Check out the Long 15. I'm gonna link the trailer down below. That's gonna be coming out next month in December. Hope to see you guys in the wasteland.